Welcome to Beyond the Press Release, a production of Agoracom, in which we take the time to speak with small cap executives, see what's going on at their companies. With us today, for the first time in 2022, Star Navigation Systems trades in Canada, the stock symbol SNA. With us, you can see him on the screen. Harmeet Gill, he's the Senior Director of Investor Relations, and Kevin Duga, VP of Marketing and Sales. For those new to the story, here's what you need to know to understand Star Navigation. Did you know that at any given time, 200 to 300 planes can be off the grid when flying and nobody knows where they are? In an era in which GPS can easily track dogs, trains, and automobiles, the world has a right to ask, why are our plane tracking systems not the strongest of all? Because unfortunately, Malaysian Air Flight 370 and Air France 447 showed the world the weakness in plane monitoring systems and the strong need for a solution. Enter Star Navigation Systems. They're a flight sciences company that bridge the gap between flight experience and flight safety in real time. So the company's technology provides a continuous connection between planes and the ground, and it's more than just tracking. It's real-time aircraft health and engine condition market monitoring, fuel management, fleet management, all of it. The company's flagship product is the Star Airborne Data Service. That's Star ADS, and that's powered by their patented Star in-flight monitoring system. They're an exhibitor at the Singapore Airshow, and we've got them live from the floor exclusively on Agoracom. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, George, thanks to have us there, man. I tell you, it's bloody hot here, man. But hey, we're really enjoying the show.
Hey, well, actually, let me ask you before I get into the details. For you guys to be broadcasting from the floor of the Singapore Air Show, you guys could have waited till we got back next week, but you guys were so excited, said, let's do it from the floor. It must be going well. How's the last 3-4 days gone at this big conference?
Well, honestly, I've been to quite a few air shows. We've been to Dubai, we've been to UK, we've been to Paris. This show was actually the best that we've ever been to. We had about 15 to 16,000 people go through here. It was phenomenal. We met some major airlines, partnership people who want to partner with us. We were at the Dubai Air Show just in November. We had about 4 partners at that time. Now we have more than 9 partners. So you can see Star's growing. We're really excited about it because some of the growth that we're doing, some of the partners that we partner up with is actually making our technology not just superior out there in the market, but we are getting noticed. We are getting noticed by the big boys. They see us. We've got double the booth than we had at the Dubai Air Show. We're growing rapidly. We made some great leeways with some good partnerships, and we're excited.
And Kevin, as a VP of marketing and sales, you know better than anybody that consistency is necessary in any business. I mean, I can't just show up to one conference and expect to get sales. People almost ignore you because they want to show, are you going to be here this time and next time and next time? You guys are starting to really make appearances. How much easier is that making conversations with potential partners and customers for you, Kevin?
Very well said, George. See, the difference between going on a web like Zoom calls and whatnot and meeting them in person. So especially this time, I was going into the specific targeted clients where I can sit in the chalet across to the table and tell them, listen, what we can bring on the table, there is a gap. So with that traction, they said, wow, I mean, I can send them the e-flyers, emails, follow-ups, but when sitting with them across the table, telling them that where is the gap, we can fill it with now, another half a dozen big partners on board, we can handle you with a customer support. We can take you from here to next level in this era to improve your efficiency and improve the profits quite a bit. And they got it.
And guys, how has the response been? Because it's one thing for George Com to show up and say, I've got the best software, I've got the best product. The response is what's important. Harmeet, maybe you can chime in, and obviously you, Kevin, as well. What's the response been like when you guys are talking a big game?
Well, before I tell you the exciting news about where the response is, did you just hear the aircraft above us?
You know what? Your table was shaking, and I heard it. What was that?
That was an F-16 fighter jet flying above us, and it was a Raptor, the F-35, and it sounds like, oh, thunder out there.
I heard it, and I didn't know what that was. I don't know if somebody was moving a garbage garbage pail right next door to you guys? Or that's amazing. And that's why I love the fact that we're doing this live from the show. You know, This isn't your offices back in Brampton. I love that investors can feel this. How's it, getting back to the question, Harmeet, thanks for pointing that out. How's the response been when you guys are talking about your capabilities?
So when we used to be at the shows before, I mean, once we've changed a new management, we had Amir Fatih, who's joined us. He's a CEO. He's an ex-Bombardier, ex-de Havilland. He knows about our system. He knows, in fact, he's one of the four founders of how to put it together. What he did as he came into the company was first build our credibility, because we lost a little bit of it. We built the credibility. We joined forces with some really, really massive companies out there. We went to the Dubai Airshow. People noticed us. They noticed our partnership that we're growing. And then after that, when we came here, they said, oh my God, they've gone double the size now. And then they got double the partnerships. So the response from people is they've been coming to us now, not the other way around. Before we used to go to people say, hey,
so that now you reach an inflection point. You reach an inflection point where they're starting to come knock on your door rather than you always begging and asking for them to come talk to you.
So as an example, we're dealing, without disclosing the name of the airline until it's not press release, we're dealing with several airlines out of South America. And that's through one of our partners, the Swiss Aviation Group. Now, one of the airlines is one of the largest airlines in the world. Now, they asked one of the partners that we joined forces with that, you guys do monitoring, you guys do this. We have a technology that we're interested in putting on our aircraft. And we feel Star Navigation is up and beyond whatever else is available. So is it possible that you guys can become partners with Star and then bring that monitoring to us, because we're really dealing with you? Now, the company that we're partnering up with them, and I don't want to say too much, but as a press release has come out, I'm sure our investors will be delighted. This is one of the largest monitoring company in the world. And they monitor more than 250 airlines, not aircraft, but airlines. So once they see who they are, our investor groups will be happy, the market will be happy, and at the same time, the airlines are going to notice us more, and at the same time, our technology is going to be a lot more broad out there. Who is Star? Where do they keep popping up from? You know, and that's where we're seeing a lot of generating noise and everything. And we've had people come up to say to us, you know what, we heard a lot about you. And so where did you hear from? Well, our partner said that this is the company we want to work with. Or this partner said that, or this partner said that. And that's the beauty of it, that the word is getting out there.
And by the way, you got this fantastic presentation playing behind you guys. It looks awesome. So if that's the kind of, presentation you're making for Star, and guys, I've been to conferences, I've been to shows just like you guys, last 30 years, 40 years of my life, and the conferences, usually presentations are so poor. First impressions are everything, and you strike up. But I love what we're seeing behind you. It's like I'm watching Star Trek or a video game while we're talking. So I wanted to point that out. Kevin, you're going to chime in with something there after Harmeet's point. What were we going to say?
Yeah, as he said, and I mentioned earlier, at this platform, when you go meet them, we are now getting commitments which will be done into the agreements. So I am so excited that the response and the interaction is so solid. I'm beyond satisfied. I'm happy. Never seen that kind of interaction. I've been with Star from 13 years, being around the world air shows, but taking the lead and addressing with the decision maker is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
What's been the catalyst, guys? Because look, this technology you guys have had for quite a while, and you guys have pushed hard before. What is it? What's the catalyst in the market now? Is it world regulations? Is it customers of demanding it of their airlines? What's the catalyst that's finally pushing the market towards Star right now?
I'm going to give you, George, one name: Amir Fatih, our CEO.
Wow.
Brilliant, phenomenal. I mean, I've been learning so many things from him because I present all over Canada. You know me, we've known each other for a while. I go to Calgary, Vancouver, I go to Montreal, and I present to the financial districts, different brokers, retail brokers, institutions. And before we used to get pretty good response, but I'm dying to get out there on a roadshow. I'm hoping that things will clear up and we can be out there. And I'm so excited because once I open my PowerPoint and I start, the things that I've learned from Amir and his capabilities is phenomenal. And what he knows, because when the MH370 went missing, there was a 777 It was no small plane, more than about 220 passengers. And it's still missing since 2016 or more. That's ridiculous in this day and age. For God's sake, you can even find your wives nowadays, right? So if you look at this technology, what Amir did is he started adding a few more features and benefits to our technology. So what we do is this is what you're going to like. The aircraft that's out there, it doesn't matter if it's a Boeing plane or Airbus plane or a Bombardier plane, it's got thousands and thousands of sensors. They're stored in 8 data buses. Okay, now these data buses could be flight maintenance computers or management computers. It could be the FDR, which is a black box. And by the way, George, the black box is not really black; it's orange.
That I knew because I've seen the news too many times. Unfortunately,
you'll find it in the water otherwise. So we take these thousands of sensors. We have an intelligent processor, the SSU, the Star Server Unit, and then it transfers it to satellite communication. Now we use Iridium. Iridium pole to pole is the best satellite systems in the world. Now, if you look at the MH370, it was flying on radar systems. So there has to be a ship or a boat on the water that pings that this is where it is, this is where it is. What if there's no boats, no nothing? It can't ping. And that's where there's nothing being transferred. We never lose the aircraft. We always know where it is. If you look about 11 years ago, Garuda Airlines crashed in Taiwan. It took them almost a month and a half to find the aircraft. Then you had Minister Reddy out of India, out of Hyderabad. It took almost 3 days to find the helicopter. That's
shocking.
So our system from power on, it starts working. It's looking for problems. It's trying to give you the problems if there are any. So from flight on, power on, throughout the whole flight phases till the plane lands, we know what's going on with the aircraft at all times. So,
proactive versus reactive.
100%.
Kevin, you were putting your hand up there, almost like we're in grade school. Go ahead, chime in.
I'm excited because to add to your question, now we are highlighting the prevention of the accident. See, air operations, aircraft is safer than your car. We hear it all the time. It is, but small incident cause an accident. And now that's a feature where it goes beyond real time. It's not just tracking. We go beyond preventing accident and predictive maintenance. That's the money. We are a future of aviation. I'm excited. It's not that we'll be done in 2 years or 3 years, 10, 20 years. Hydrogen engines are coming. We can read them as well. George, that's what I learned this air show. We can cater the hydrogen engines as well. So we are future. That's the key. That's the key.
Guys, I love the energy and I love the enthusiasm. You know, clearly, look, because I've been at conferences, when they don't go well and you're on your 4th day, you don't have energy like you guys have. Your energy is more like, what time is it? Let's get the hell out of here. You guys look like you want to stay longer and you just want to keep talking to everybody.
I tell you, George, me and Kevin literally been sleeping about maybe 2, even 3 hours a day, right? It took us freaking almost 2 days to get here. But that doesn't matter. The excitement's so much that we don't care about the sleeping or the tiredness because we know what's coming in and the future of Star. I talked to some of my investors that I'm key with, guys from Calgary and Vancouver, just to give them a little up what's been going on. I was on WhatsApp with them, and they goes, Harmeet, man, you're on fire. And I goes, you know what? That's because the company's on fire. We're about to really, really get to a level where the investor groups are going to notice this ain't the same old Star, the same old story. They've become beyond that now.
Well, look, I'm going to end off with this, guys, because we could talk for an hour, but you guys are there to make money. And I've got to imagine, your CEO wants you guys back on the floor with him making money. But I'm going to leave you with this. It's amazing to see you guys say that this isn't the old Star. This is the new Star. You've gone to Dubai. You're now at the Singapore Air Show. Yeah. You've got partnerships that are climbing. You didn't wait 4 days till you guys got back to Toronto. You did this from the booth, from the floor. So I got to tell you, I think I speak on behalf of all shareholders when I say thanks so much for taking the time to join us, to be with us here from Singapore. Look, it's almost midnight here in Toronto. That's why my lighting isn't as, but it's more important that the lighting is great for you guys, right? But I think it's been an awesome interview, and I can't wait till you guys get back and have a next one in the next couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks from now, just to talk about, hey, Kevin, the follow-up. Kevin, what kind of follow-up do you expect to hear to happen from here? Demos, Zoom calls? Like, what do you expect to happen once you guys get back to Canada?
Very good question. This time what we did, I just created a couple of groups back home, back office. We are sending all the cards real time to have on an Excel sheet, the status, who will call who we met. The next time we will call, the emails and the status, and what is the approach. So this time, the marketing deck is being worked in Brampton as we speak. And we're getting the Excel sheet to follow up who's meeting who. Norden is sitting there. Other two people are sitting waiting for me to go meet some people. What is next? We're not dropping the ball this time, sir.
And you know what, George, quickly add this. Most of the time, I used to stay at the booth waiting for customers to come, talk to them. This time, we had a representative of Singapore who was one of our sales guys. He sat the booth. I just went around talking to people. I know one thing is, because of my background with British accent and everything, people are just curious, where the hell, who are you, right? And then when I told them this, are you from Star? Yeah, you're from Canada. We know you guys. It's like, oh, okay. How do you know us? Man, you guys got an awesome website. You guys have become a different company. And it's great people. And you know what, George? I recommend the investors, please go on our website. Look what we got. You guys will be thrilled. That's
great
one.
Website. Great website.
Two, we've added a few new features that my CEO definitely would want me to say this because it would be annoyed if I didn't. One, we have the GATS program. This is a mandate coming up in 2023. Now, mandate is saying that every 15 minutes on a normal flight plan has to be monitored. But if that aircraft goes in distress, then every 1 minute. Well, our system that we have already built through the mirror, right away, we put in a distress signal. All the data is downloaded. You don't have to recover the black box. You don't have to waste $100 to $200 million trying to look for a black box. The data is transferred immediately as soon as there's a problem. In fact, we tell you before the problem becomes severe. The other really good close feature that we had is monitoring the aircraft in such a way that the data is scrutinized, is sent to the flight operations, flight safety, finance department, engineering department automatically. That is phenomenal because there's no systems that do it like that. So these are all
because most systems just do a massive data dump and expect you to try and figure it out on the other end.
Our system figures it out and tells you that this is what's happening, this is the problem. And when we sat down, we were invited by some bigger companies, and I can't disclose the names. And when they sat down with us, said that, okay, what about this? What about that? Can you do this? And we said all the above. They were like, whoa. And then we explained them how. And they were like shocked that this is a Canadian company. And the beauty about it, because we're under Transport Canada, we can get certification really, really fast. Because Transport Canada, they've been really cool with it. And most of the certification, George, we do it in-house. Normally, it takes Transport Canada about 9 months to do, right? If you're dealing with them. And it could take you about 100 to 120,000 per certification on a particular aircraft. We do it within probably about a month, month and a half, and it costs us a lot less. So that's another feature that we have, and that's why it's really important. So all these things are very, very secure. And one last thing before I go, and this is important to the customers that are listening out there, most of the big boys out there, Boeing, God love them. We love their aircraft. We love the Airbus aircraft. Middle East loves them as well, and so do the Americans. The software actually belongs to the airlines. A lot of the airline thinks that they have to go just to Boeing to get the software. That you have a third party, this and that. No, we give you the certification that you guys are in control of it. We don't want control. We're giving you the control, your property, you deal with it. And here's the flaws, here's what's happened. You can take care of it. And
in a world of data privacy and all that, I'm sure they love that feature, guys. Hey, by the way, before we go, Kevin, right behind you, I think you guys have a list of your partners, which I think is a big deal because now when people come to the Star booth, it's a big deal to see that. So, give us some of the names that are on there, guys, including FlightPath that just got announced.
Yeah, and you know what? You're going to love this, George, because FlightPath, one, it's not just because the organization is really good. Their personnel and their staff are phenomenal. You got Captain Jonathan there. He's been doing a lot of presentations with us. He loves what we do, and we complement each other. Now, FlightPath are in 65 different countries around the globe. They deal with 165 airlines or so. Okay, how we complement? They train pilots to make them modernize. Basically, IT is changing nowadays. Intelligent, many things are changing. Our systems helps them to become modernized up to par with technology. Two, They also train the avionics guys, the maintenance guys. So they are really up there intelligently. And the third main thing that they do, and this is really, really key to what it is, the third key that they do is basically the flight operations, how to save cost, how to save predictive maintenance, where you can go right and not wrong, and save time and money for the airline, which is key. So FlightPath does that. They fly all over the world to train people. Well, guess what? They need big data to bring it to modernization. And that's
big
what
data is everything. Data analysis, real-time data analysis.
Yeah.
That's
and
everything.
Then you look
now.
at, yeah, exactly. So that keeps you key. Our other partners that we have as well is Swiss Aviation Group. They've been bringing on airlines from South America, from Europe. They're a very big organization. They do turnkey solutions. And I think that's going to be good. And you're going to be hearing a lot about our partners in the coming weeks, if not months.
So guys,
right?
2022. Oh, go ahead, Kevin. Last word to you.
Yeah, my closing remark here, as Harmeet said, and you look at our new banner with partners, that is something when industry leaders like them, Plain Sciences, Ripod, Wheeltalk, millions of dollars in revenue, they are vouching and going with us to recommendation. That makes a difference. Unless, we are saying it, we have a diamond, a full excellent product, but whatnot. Third-party endorsement is the key.
I was going to say that everybody in Agoracom knows third-party validation. We talk about it all the time because I can say I've got the best technology. I will because I'm the CEO of Agoracom. You guys are going to say you have the best technology. You will because you work for Star. So the answer always truly lies in who else believes that you got the best technology. And I like the way they ended that way, Kevin. That's awesome.
From 4 partners in Dubai to more than 9 partners now. So that's a growth within 3 months.
All right, guys. Can't wait to see where you're going to be 3 months from now, but we're not going to wait that long. But still, can't wait to see where you guys are going to be 3 months from now. Continued success. End off the show today with a bang. If you get some video of those F16’s flying, that would be awesome because we've heard them a couple of times. But guys, thanks again on behalf of all shareholders for you guys doing this.
Coming, pal. Definitely.
And safe travels back to Canada, gents.
Thank you from hot Singapore. Plus 30 here, pal. Take care.
For everybody at home, you've been watching or you've been listening by podcast on Spotify, Google, Apple, or your favorite podcast platform, to both Harmeet Gill and Kevin Duga, who are both executives at Star Navigation Systems, trades in Canada under the stock symbol SNA. For those of you new to the story, you want to start your due diligence, 2 ways to do that. First, get to the hub on Agoracom. We're just starting to populate the information there to get a good overview of the company. But most importantly, from there, hop over the Star Navigation website. It's awesome, great graphics, great information, details, and that's where you can do your deep dive due diligence. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Talk to you next time.
All the best.
Hey guys, this video is over, but don't forget to help your company by liking it and even leaving a comment below. And then don't forget to help yourself by subscribing to our channel and never missing another great Agoracom small cap video.